important than any individual or any issue that I've known for a very long time. Under the constitutional system which exists in Trinidad and Tobago, we can only remove Mr. Manning and his government if we have a strong opposition which has the capacity and the experience to win a general election. At the present time, it is beyond doubt that the UNC, as presently constituted, cannot win a general election. In the last general elections, we lost, that is the UNCA, lost over 140,000 voters. Since then, we have lost thousands more. We do not have any hope of winning the next elections if we continue to be silent, unconcerned, and not interested in standing up for the rights of the people. We have to face the truth. And the truth is that, one, we cannot win as presently constituted. The truth, the number two truth, is that the National Executive of the United National Congress does not represent the views and feelings of the present membership of the party. And the third truth is that the organs and institutions of the party are not working. It is therefore useless for those who oppose our message of change to tell us that we have to go within the UNC and talk about change. And it is a disciplinary offense for which you can get expelled and suspended if you go out to the membership and supporters and the public and talk about it. Well, yesterday at the meeting, I asked Mr. Pandey and his compliant members of parliament and members of the executive. I said, Mr. Pandey, can you or anyone here refer me to any provisions of the constitution of the party or any other directives or law in the party which states that if the organs and institutions of the party have collapsed, not working, members are prohibited from talking outside about that collapse and the need for change? They couldn't show me any provision. And therefore, all this thing about suspension and expulsion is an attempt to terrorize, intimidate, and for us to feel that we will lose the whole world if Mr. Pandey suspends us and expels us. But I have taken the position, and my colleagues have taken the position, that what is important is for the people of Trinidad and Tobago not to expel us. That is what is important. And what is important is for us to do our duty, and for the people to determine, and the membership to determine, whether they want Pandey, Kamla, and Hamza, and others to protect them. If this country and this party believes that Pandey, Kamla, and Hamza could protect them against Manning and win a general election, then no change. Go for it, my brothers and sisters. Go for it. As a matter of fact, the history of this party has shown that in 2007, when Mr. Manning called a general election, Mr. Pandey himself couldn't go to fight the election with Pandey, Kamla, and Hamza. He had to come to Jack and RAMESH. So Gypsy, Jack, and RAMESH formed the backbone of the UNC. We are in effect the heart of the UNC. We struggled and fought in the UNC just like Mr. Pandey. He founded the party. But Mr. Pandey and the UNC could not have reached there without members and supporters and people and soldiers who have worked and labored. So do not tell me that I own the party and you cannot talk about what is happening in the party. My brothers and sisters, how could I sleep in the night when I see Mothers crying for their loved ones who have been murdered. They are crying for their loved ones who have been raped. People are being kidnapped. People do not have money to live. There is poverty. People, my brothers and sisters, have to sleep on the floors of hospitals, in the casualty department. Pensioners' monies are taken from them. And how can I sleep in the night for you to tell me that I must put a plaster over my mouth? My brothers and sisters, on the 17th of April 1975, tomorrow will make it my anniversary. A judge tried to shut me up for exposing injustice in the court, and I told him he was guilty of unjudicial conduct. He sent me to jail. All of them, all the lawyers came and begged me, "Oh God, Mr. Maharaj, apologize, you'll be safe from jail." I told them, no way. If I apologize, every lawyer in the country will have to apologize to judges. Mr. Pandey came in the police station and told me that he arranged with the judge for me to apologize, and I told him, no, Mr. Pandey, I am not going. Go back and tell the judge I want 40 days instead of 7 days. And Mr. Pandey expects me to shut my mouth when the people of Trinidad and Tobago are suffering. My whole history in life, I have never been afraid to stand up for principles. I have stood up to Williams, Chambers and Manning, even without being a member of parliament. In the UNC, when we were in government, I went and begged Mr. Pandey. I begged him, I told him, look what is happening. Save the UNC, save the country, investigate corruption. I told him, Mr. Pandey, I do not want the young people of Trinidad and Tobago to walk with their heads down. They must be proud that you were the Prime Minister and UNC was in government. He disregarded me, he cursed me, he abused me, he fired me, he expelled me. And what has happened? When Manning called election, who he called? RAMESH and Jack. So I want you to know, I do not care what price I have to pay for this battle. And my brothers and sisters on this platform do not care the price that we have to pay. And I told him, and I'm telling you, and I told the country, that I'm going the full road. I do not care, because I know that my cause is just. And I know if I do not stand up at this time, you will be crushed. They think Manning talking about local government election. Manning ain't calling no local government election. My brothers and sisters, Manning calling a general election. And you hear what I'm telling you. Before the end of this year, there will be a general election in Trinidad and Tobago. And if we wait in the UNC to have internal elections, after local government elections, Manning will whip us, he'll catch us with our pants down, and he will come executive president of Trinidad and Tobago and impose the new constitution with you. And then what would we say? If we didn't know. If we didn't know what Pandey and them will do, all of them could go and live abroad, you know. All of them could go and live abroad. Who will catch tail? And that is why I'm telling you, listen, nobody could accuse me of not liking Mr. Pandey. I love the man. As a matter of fact, the pundits tell me I am like the Hanuman to Mr. Pandey. Before he became Prime Minister, I saved him from jail. Just the other day, I saved him 3 times from jail. And my brothers and sisters, my wife will probably kill me. My children will probably kill me. If he's in trouble tomorrow, I think I will still have to save him. But I know they're going to kill me for that too. So I have decided, I told Jack and my brother Gypsy today, I want to tell you, everybody talking about retreat and truce and all kind of things. I respect all that. But I want to put them to the public test. And the public test is I am going to recommend to Jack and Gypsy and our supporters who form our strategy committee, I'm going to recommend to them that if they are interested in Mr. Pandey and his group of compliant members of parliament,